Hello everyone, everywhere. This is a post review on the Hobbyboss 135 scale 38T, and I've seen a lot of people review this kit, do an inbox on this kit, and I built it, so I just thought I'd do a post build review on it for anyone interested who's going to be building one. And cut it short, it's a good kit. It's a really nice kit. I'll be going through its good parts and a couple of bad things, but nothing you shouldn't get over too easily, or is kind of expected to when doing modelling. I'm going to start with the bad parts, and first of all, this is because I'm back into the modelling hobby again, and I messed up on the tracks here on the idler wheel. Now this is my fault, but the idler wheel is very delicate part there, and so when you commit it, you don't exactly, you have to kind of eye it up, and I've gone wrong on one side, and that's well, I'll know for next time, which is a shame. I did try and correct it, but I glued the idler wheel to this wheel here a bit, so it was a bit impossible. So like I said, better next time I know. This was a TriStar kit, as I understand, and re-released through Hobbyboss, and it's a good kit. The only gaps I had with it was when you're doing the turret here, there was a gap here when I constructed it, so I needed just a quarter of a squeeze of a Leo putty on that, and then down, I'll use this is better, down here on these engine covers, there's tiny little bits really good to put on. I'll try and show you in a second where they are, but they was a bit gappy, and so there's 4 of them. There's one there, you can't see because there's a pickaxe in the way. There's one there and there's one there, but yeah, they was a bit gappy. So my mistake was a bad part, and that was my mistake. So you guys are probably better, so you won't make that mistake. But just watch out, just look. The instructions are okay. And you ain't got one of them sort of fittings which once you put it in, you twist it a certain way and it sits in that way, and that's the way it should be. It's pretty free there, so take your time with that. And it just didn't occur to me. I just done that side, and then I think it was late in the evening, and but that's not the kit's fault, that's my fault. It's my fault totally. So we learn by our mistakes. Okay, I want to talk to you about the good side, and I love PE. I really like PE, and this has some really lovely PE in it. You can do an interior. There's stuff for the interior and for the turret and that. The figure's not too great that comes with it. If you're thinking about using a figure, I was going to put the figure in it. It looks something like that guy there, but he was in a great coat and his head looked a bit small, and I thought, well, I'll use a different head. But when I posed him, it didn't kind of sit well on the model, so I just put and this was quite delicate here, so I thought, well, I'll button her up. And on the ports I used some of the Revil clear stuff on the vision blocks, but you do get really nice clear parts to put in your vision blocks, so don't worry about that. Just make sure you can mask them. I wasn't too great with masking them. I used the masking fluid, it didn't work out well, but I went ahead and just used the Revil clear, the stuff that goes clear, and so I put the vision blocks in. That was quite easy to do. Getting back to the PE was lovely. It really, there was tiny parts of it and all that, and I know some of you will be screaming about that, but I'll give it, I really think it really does add something to the model. And I didn't add all of it because some of it was for the interior parts, but I added, I would say 95% of it, and it helped out. I was really happy with how the exhaust comes. I watched Night Shift. I'm sure you guys have watched The Guy's a Genius, and just looked at a couple of his videos, and I thought, boom, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And getting on to the Panzer Grey, this is Mr. Hobby Panzer. Is it a sea blue? It's down here somewhere. Oh, anyhow, look, I used the Mr. Hobby stuff because to me the Panzer Grey is very dark. I mean, it's wrote about how dark it was, and it just seems to be a bit of a trend in modelling now that everyone keeps lightening up Panzer Grey and lighting it, and it was dark stuff. It was very tarry, you know, near to black sort of stuff, and so I went with, you know, Mr. Hobby stuff because it's the tone that I imagine it being, but that's a controversial subject, and you know, it's your model, you paint it how you wish. Options on this model are all from Russia. The decals weren't that great. Now I tried to do this fella down here and that little 2 sign on the turret fell apart, so I was thinking about doing it 525 because I do like the red 5. So I jumped on that. I cut round the decals as much as I could, laid them on one by one, and yeah, so they worked out. But yeah, that was a bit, that was a bit funny how the other one just fell apart, you know. So all in all, if you have this in your stash, and it seems a lot of people have this in a stash, and you know, and don't get round to building it, do it. This is a nice little kit. I know Tammy will do one. I'm sure that's great. But the PE, I think mainly this was an enjoyable kit. The tracks went on really well. Once you get the hang of the tracks, after you've put about 10 together, you start really, they do click together to a certain degree, and but you start getting a feel of them and what to do with them and that. And the tracks was really easy. It's just that I messed up with the track, you know, so again, my fault. A good product I found with this was this grime streaking for Panzer Grey, and it's lovely. It gives like a reddish, you can't call it rust, but I know what some German tanks in Panzer Grey had this kind of tinge to areas, and the streaking, it just come across like that. And I think, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but yeah, it really added something. And also I touched around here on the exhaust with it, because it is a kind of, like I say, I wouldn't say it's rust, it's that kind of colour, and that really made that area here and here pop. So good stuff. So as I said, I think it's a lovely little kit. If you got one in your stash and you're thinking of building it, and you're thinking, oh, the photo etch and all that, do it. The photo etch is lovely, really is lovely stuff. And good little kit, nice little build. Just a few areas, like I said, around there needed a bit of filler on the turret there, and that might have been my fault again if I didn't squeeze the turret when I was gluing it up, and that came out through primer, seeing it through primer. But these was tricky to fill. But that was about it. I mean, that was all. The underneath of the running boards have got a ton of sink marks, but you can't really see them. But I did fill them, and then obviously, I mean, this, if you see videos of this this vehicle going, you will see this really gets like dirty and dusty. I wanted a dusty effect, you know, of being like it's based in 42 in Russia, in the Crimea, and we know what's going on there these days there. But so I wanted it, you know, just imagine it going down dusty spring and summer Russian roads. Yeah, so post-build review of this. I hope it's been helpful to you guys, and I wish you all the best. Please like and subscribe. It means a lot. It really does. And I'm sorry, I'm just filming on an iPhone and I'm ad-libbing as I'm going. But thank you very much for your time, and carry on modelling. That's, you know, good on you.